All right, good morning, guys. It's week 3 here, and I'd like to go over some of the things we had done last week, including the packet. I'm going to record this one page at a time because when I upload, it takes time to upload if I do too long of a video. So looking at page 1, you had to match the term with its correct description. That's what it says in the directions. And notice that there was hints next to each question. So for number 1, it says a picture of the double layered structure that surrounds the cell. And then the hint was looking at slide 3. So when you go to your Google Slides, you can look at slide 3, and slide 3 says, notice here's slide 3, fluid mosaic model. So when I go back and I look at my matching choices, that is going to be choice G, and that's what I would put for number 1. Number 2, it's used during active transport but not passive transport, slide 17. So I would have to go to slide 17, click, 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 click. Now, when you're doing this, you should probably have read this already once. Now, it says active transport is the title, but if we look back, what is actually used during active transport? So that first bullet says, well, active transport requires energy, which is also known as ATP. And like I've said in the past, I like to do the explosion hand. And it has that little energy explosion right there. And when I go back and I look at my choices, it looks like choice A is the best choice. Number 3, process by which materials enter the cell is slide 20. I will click on to slide 20. And when they're entering the cell, it kind of sounds like entering with the word endo in the front. Endocytosis, like entering. Let's see, is that a choice? It is. So I'm going to match that up with letter C. Number 4, particle movement from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. This is a term you need to be very familiar with. And if I gave you a hint to go back to slide 7. Oh, darn it. Okay, cancel this. Close for a moment. And, whoops, here you go. So just so you know what I'm doing, I am going back to slide 7. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Passive transport. Particles moving from high to low. High to low is passive transport. Let's see, is that a choice? It is. D. Number 5, process which cells expel waste from a vacuole. Slide 18. Again, I can move on so you guys see what I'm doing. Whoops. Oh, man. Okay, so there's some trickiness when I'm doing this recording. So you guys can see what I'm doing. Whoops. Whoa. Slide 18, I'm just going to click on, is called exocytosis. Oh, why am I flipped around right now? Okay, so that's letter F. So I don't know why. Number 6, I'm having some technical difficulties here. Technical difficulties. Whoops. Okay. I'm going to give you the answers for the remainder. A form of passive transport that causes substances to spread out. Is D. Passive transport? No. A type of passive transport that causes things to spread out is B. Diffusion. Number 7, particle movement from an area of low to an area of high. So whenever it's moving from low to high, it's the opposite of passive transport, and that's called E, active transport. Usually it requires energy. Number 8, a tube-like opening. In the plasma membrane through which particles move through. Those are called proteins. Do I have a choice? Well, it says tube-like, so tubes-like are kind of like channels, and that's letter H. So that should have been the answers for page 1 in your packet.